Hey there guys, it's Glenn from Ion Silver, back to you again with another video here. And today we're going to be taking a look at the APO-1 from Survival Lilly, so stay tuned. So, Survival Lilly, if you don't already know, she is a fellow YouTuber like myself, and she's from Austria, and if you don't know where that is, that's in the southern part of Europe. And I am a huge fan of her, and I've actually been really wanting to get my hands on one of these and review it for you guys. So without further ado, let me jump right into the video. I'll give you the basics. I'll also tell you what the price of the knife is. We're also going to be talking about the sheath, and we're also going to be doing some testing, so make sure you stick around for that as well. So the APO-1, it can be found on Survival Lilly's website, and I'll have links down below in the description if you want to check that out and pick up one of these. So the knife is 110 euros, and those of us who live in the United States, for me it costed about 145 US dollars, which I know might be pricey to some people, but I'm just going to go out on a limb here and say I've seen knives go for much more than that. So this is relatively good for the price that she's charging. I'll just talk about the knife, then we'll talk about the sheath. So the knife in overall length is about 10.4 inches. The blade is 5.5 inches. It's also got a satin finish. She also has one with a black finish. I'm not really entirely too sure what the difference is between the finishes. And it's a full tang construction, which means the metal from the tip of the blade continues through the handle, which makes it good and rugged and durable. It's got G10 handle scales holding it together with 6 stainless steel screws, which is really, really good. I believe on the first prototype that she made, I'm not entirely sure what the original screws were made out of, but from what I saw on the internet, a lot of people were complaining that the screws were rusting. So the stainless steel version, which is very, very good, you don't have to worry about them rusting. The blade thickness is 4.7 millimeters, and the knife together with the sheath weighs about 14.67 ounces. The sheath is made out of a really rugged plastic, which is very, very good. I know I've seen some plastic sheaths that aren't really that great. Actually, there's one knife I haven't reviewed on the channel, and that's the SE6. The original plastic sheath, in my opinion, that the original plastic sheath that it came with, it's not really that great. I haven't reviewed that yet on the channel. Trust me, it's coming soon. I think I'll probably do that for my next video. But anyway, back to the knife. So it's also got a belt attachment right here on the back. So what you do, you don't have to take your belt off to put this on. But what you do is you undo the Velcro. It's got 2 snap buttons and Velcro, and just like a regular belt attachment that you've seen on the channel, you slip this in through the belt, and then you take the buttons, snap them together like so. And the knife locks into the sheath pretty well, and yeah, it's got a little bit of a rattle, but nothing I can't handle. And however, this is actually one of the first things that I noticed. However, one of the things I have noticed, I don't know if this is just because of the knife design, but when it gets to like about halfway, so I pull it out and I get to it like about halfway, you kind of have to pull a little bit in order to get the knife out. So that is one issue I did notice with this sheath, is when it comes to when you're pulling it out and it gets like halfway out, you kind of have to tug on it a little bit in order to get it out. So that is one thing I did notice. So without any further ado, let's test the knife out and see how it works. All right. So I wasn't originally planning on doing this for the testing, but let's see how well the knife chops. So Yeah, so definitely chops very well. Actually, I'm gonna say it chops decently. I'm not gonna say it's the best chopper I've seen for a knife, but it'll definitely get the job done if you really had to do that. So now let's try some batoning. And I'm actually gonna do it with actually, you know what? I'm gonna do it with this log over here. So try it again. Slice through the friggin' wood like butter. Awesome. Now, all right, now let's try some feather stick making. Whoops. And maybe I should just, try a different piece. Yeah, what do we think? Yeah, I think it did pretty well for some feather stick making. Try a little bit more. Yeah, I think, what do you think? 10 out of 10? Maybe 5 out of 5? Yeah. All right, so next thing I'm gonna try doing is making a tent peg. And as you can see, I'm ready to slay Dracula. Whoops. That was pretty cool. Use the force, Luke. Oh, by the way, that thing that you just heard that just sounded kind of like a drill, that was a woodpecker. Those of you who might not have known that. I gotta say, this is a really friggin' sharp and aggressive 90-degree spine. Kind of makes it a little hard to do some carving. All right, yeah, I think we all kind of get the point. So yeah, did pretty well with all that feather stick making. Now, also, originally for the final test, I was actually going to see how well it could strike a ferrocerium rod with the pommel right here. It kind of bulges out like that. But unfortunately, I forgot to bring one with me. So, without any further ado, I'm actually going to give this knife a 10 out of 10 for the overall testing. Yeah, this is actually a pretty excellent knife. Another thing I also really like about this too is, because the blade's kind of shiny, you can use it for signaling. But yeah, the only real complaint that I have is when I pull the knife out of the sheath, it's kind of hard to get it when the knife's almost halfway out of the sheath. But besides that, I actually would like to say that the APO-1 is definitely going to be one of my go-to knives for survival. So, anyway, guys, that wraps up this video for today. And before I end this video, I'd like to give a big, huge shout out to Survival Lilly, as far as all the rest of the women out there of survival who also do YouTube videos. Yeah, I think this is this kind of YouTube community that we've created is a great way for all of us to kind of go outside, get out in the woods, and show our love for the great outdoors. So anyway, guys, that's going to wrap up this video for today. I really hope you guys liked it. Please give this video a big, huge thumbs up. Share it with all your friends and family on social media and all that fun stuff. And until next time, guys, stay ready, stay focused, stay strong.